Sean, you ready? Are you ready? Let's go, come on! And here we go! Sherk grabs a leg early.
Sherk got a leg. BJ has incredible takedown defense. There we see it. Good leg kick by Sherk.
Both are so powerful, so explosive, so talented. Sherk's got to close the distance on BJ to strike effectively. Former coach BJ Penn on The Ultimate Fighter. Don't forget, The Ultimate Fighter continues. Team Rampage, Team Forest. Wednesdays at 10 on Spike. Live finale June 21st on Spike. Main event, Evan Tanner, Kendall Grove. Fellow Hawaiian to BJ Penn. Oh, BJ got rocked.
Good shot by Sean Sherk right there.
Penn with the right. And the quick jab. Everybody talks about his world-class jiu-jitsu. Everything else about Penn is outstanding as well, including his striking skills.
He's a very elusive striker.
So motivated, so different in his mindset. And we've seen the results from BJ Penn. He beat a lot of people when he just trained, well, sort of trained. Now that he really has dedicated his life, he wants the biggest win of his career tonight against Sherk.
Good knee, elbow inside by Sherk and a counter right hand by BJ.
Sherk went for the early takedown. Seems happy to stand, at least for the last couple of minutes now, Joe.
But he's landed some good shots.
Many believe that if Sherk can weather an early storm, his physical conditioning could be a huge factor.
That's what the general consensus is, Mike, that if he can get it into the third, fourth, and fifth rounds, he'll have an advantage in conditioning. I mean, he's a cardio machine, and BJ has rededicated himself, and he's much more focused on his conditioning now than ever in the past, but Sean is a different animal.
Two of the greatest cage fighters ever, and look at Sherk trying to snap that jab at BJ Penn.
Good right hand by BJ. Good jab.
And again with a quick jab. Not a lot of combinations, Joe, though. One shot in, one shot out for both guys. Saw the elbow earlier from Sherk in the dirty boxing game in the clinch.
BJ's starting to relax and find his rhythm. There it is. Oh, nice counter kick by Sean Sherk.
Bloodied up under the right eye is Sherk. Florian and Huerta watching closely. They are set to meet in Minneapolis in August. Winner could get the winner of this fight.
Sean with the counter left hook.
Good explosiveness by both of these men. Not surprisingly, we've seen it many times before. Sherk really trying to utilize that left hook. Remember, this is a championship fight, so it is five-minute rounds. Joe had mentioned earlier, Sherk going the distance, even though he lost to Matt Hughes. That opened a lot of eyes.
So far, Mike, this is basically a boxing match between these two guys.
Who's winning it?
Well, I would say BJ is getting in the cleaner strikes, but Sean is right in there. BJ's definitely finding a home for that jab, though.
Good right hand. Right, caught him.
There's that jab again.
Sherk standing in. Underhand remains in round one.
BJ has very good upper body movement when he strikes. He's very elusive at moving in and out like a snake.
Sherk got caught by that quick jab again. BJ's jab is lightning fast tonight.
Sean's trying to counter with that left hook.
Well, he hung that one out, and then Sean almost caught him with a hook. They exchanged knees.
I'm surprised Sean isn't throwing more leg kicks. It looked like he landed a couple of good ones early on.
Are you surprised Sean's only gone for one takedown?
No, not necessarily, because I think that he's probably going to want to drag this fight later into the rounds. And I think that, that's when he'll feel like he can take take BJ down easier. It's in the second, third, and fourth rounds. If it goes.
Well, it's going to go to the second. Our interim heavyweight champion, Minotauro Nogueira, watching closely.
Once you keep the head movement,
corner,
okay?
Sherk.
Do your combinations off your head movement. That's when you're scoring them, all right? No more 1-2s, but try to think about your head movement and combinations, all right? Head movements and combinations. That's where you're going to get it.
Every time you rush him with a combo, you hit him, Sean.
All right? So trust your hands. Let them go a little bit.
Off that jab. So when you jab, you counters, boom, then you got over the top, all right? You're controlling him. A little bit more circling, too. When you're circling, you keep playing with that left hand. It's going to open up the whole game for you. All right, play with that jab and circle. It's going to open up everything you do.
Set for round number 2. Penn wears the belt that Sherk never lost.
Here you go, second round. You ready? Are you ready? Let's go.
Here we go. Will Sherk remain standing with BJ Penn? Man, he really likes that hook, Joe. There's that leg kick you talked about.
Here it is again. Oh, big body shot, too.
Good combination by BJ Penn. Answered with a leg kick. Sherk not really concerned about BJ taking him down, at least it would seem. Superman punch, switched it up a little bit. BJ avoids. BJ thought to let it show.
Oh, good exchange.
Quick hands by Sherk. Shook the right hand out. Toe-to-toe action, as Joe said, just like a boxing matchup right now.
And folks at home, you can watch the unaired preliminary bouts shortly after tonight's event at UFC.com. Also, the post-fight interviews.
UFC 84. Ill will. Lots of ill will between these men. Good quick jab by Sherk. Over the top. BJ's quick to bring those knees up. Sherk seems to be almost quicker here in round 2. Mark Delagrati talks about that with a lot of his fighters. A lot of the fighters in the world, he says, as they get a little bit fatigued, they actually get smoother. Their flow gets so much better, and it seems to be that way with Sherk here so far in this round.
Yeah, because they relax and stop trying to put all their energy into each individual strike.
Uppercut.
Sean just keeps coming up short. He landed that left hook, but he's not landing as much as BJ is.
Gotta watch the knees. Toe-to-toe, midway through the second round.
Sean keeps swinging with that left hook, but it's not quite getting there.
He's eating those jabs now consistently. BJ doing a good job of snapping the jab and stepping back out. Good head movement. Sherk standing right in the pocket still.
It's the pocket, Mike, but it's really the pocket for BJ. He's coming up short with far too many punches. You see it right there. BJ, like a snake, is sliding in there. He landed a good right-handed left hook. But BJ is sliding in, landing, and getting out of range.
So you still contend that Sherk's strategy might be get a little deeper and then start trying to take Penn down?
Only Sherk knows, but I would imagine that's what he's trying to do, because it appears that he's, just biding his time. He's not doing as well as BJ in the stand-up, though. There he lands a good leg kick, but he got caught with a counter right hand afterwards.
BJ's cardio may not be as much of a question mark as it has been in the past, though, with his new conditioning program.
Well, Sean's got to be careful that he doesn't get busted up to the point where the doctor wants to stop the fight. He's bleeding pretty badly already. He's bleeding now off of his left cheek, his right cheek, and eyelid are cut.
He's bloodied up under both eyes, Joe. BJ looks perfect.
There's a good left hook by Sean. Oh, BJ throws a kick.
The key is leading with the jab and getting the jab lightning fast in and out. And it sets other things up. There's
Sean
one leg.
trying for the takedown. BJ shrugs it off.
And BJ's jab has been extremely effective in the first 10 minutes of this fight.
Sean is swinging wild with those punches, but they're just not connecting as much as BJ's are.
Headed to round 3. They say the jab is one of the most underused weapons in the sport today.
Yeah, and the story of that round was BJ's strikes. There's a sweet right hand, and here's a jab over and over again, and just out of range after he lands it, where Sean can't counter.
You throw that hook, step in with the right. All right?
The story of this fight is etched in Sean Sherk's face.
Going to hook's not going to, if you throw the hook, you got to step in with that right.
All right?
At least it looks like both cuts are under the eyes. It looked like earlier that he might have had one above the eye, but that seems to be the blood from the cheek made its way up. That way, at least the blood is not dripping into his eyes. His eyes aren't swollen, so it's not impeding his vision.
Open up your hands.
All right?
You can't stop both, right?
Good puller guy, all right? Hands up, okay? Hands up.
Sean Sherk, family man, BJ Penn,
You got this all day long.
the prodigy. He said when he lost to Matt Hughes back in September of 06, he was still partying, and on his 28th birthday, he woke up and he said, man, what am I doing here? I have a chance to be a true legend. And tonight's fight is something that legends are made of. Third round. Will this be the round that Sherk starts to utilize his wrestling skills? Will he look for the takedown? Or will he continue to exchange with the prodigy?
Perhaps he thinks that if he can just keep this stand-up going, eventually BJ will slow down and tire, and then he'll start to land more strikes. Or perhaps he's just really confident in his strike, and he thinks it's just a matter of time.
Well, undoubtedly, if he catches him, he can knock him out. He's got that kind of explosiveness, but he hasn't come close to catching him so far.
Well, Sean has never been known as an explosive striker, though, Mike. He's never knocked anybody out standing with a punch.
Caught him there.
He's definitely throwing punches with
Absolutely.
bad intentions.
No question. He's looking to erase that offer, if you will, Joe. Exceptional speed shown by both men here. BJ's been hit by the best, too.
Sean seems to be content to keeping this a kickboxing bout.
It's our main event. Lightweight title on the line. Sold out MGM Grand Garden Arena. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan. Wow, and BJ takes Sean down. Penn with the jab again. Nearing the midway point of our fight. Most decorated jiu-jitsu athlete in America, world-class wrestler, have stood and gone toe-to-toe for nearly 3 rounds.
much as BJ is.
At what point does this strategy become puzzling to you, the strategy of Sherk?
You know what, man? No one can tell Sean Sherk what to do. He's got a game plan. He is a champion. He knows what he's doing. You know, perhaps he's got a game plan of just taking it into the 4th round and then going crazy. I don't know. You know, but it doesn't seem that he's winning this. Standing in front of BJ and letting BJ land over and over like this doesn't seem to be the best strategy. There's a nice leg kick.
Sherk shook out his right hand earlier, Joe. I'm trying to keep an eye on that right hand. I don't know if it's jacked up a little bit or not. Let's see if Sherk throws with it right here again. He flinched when he got hit in the right hand before. There he throws it, but not all the way. Just over a minute remains in the 3rd round. 5-minute rounds, title fight.
Maybe that hand is injured, and maybe that's why he's focusing more on the leg kicks now, which I think is probably a good idea.
He went left there, and he shook it out again,
I think you're absolutely right. Good call.
He connected with the right earlier, Joe, and he shook it out immediately.
And that's causing him to land those leg kicks again.
Final minute of the 3rd round.
Again with it and no right hand. I think you're absolutely right, Mike.
And when he does throw it, see how he pulls it back real quickly, Joe?
Yeah.
He doesn't throw it in a convincing fashion. The hand is open, which sometimes you do defensively, but it's way open. He's not making a fist with it. Muay Thai fighters will keep the hands open from time to time in the defensive mode. But BJ, see, his hands are more closed when he steps forward.